Hello, this is Malorian, and now this will be a double feature of me using eMagnus from the Mercenaries, and the first game will be up against Reznik, the second one will be off against Vayl. So me and my friend both got into eMagnus at the same time. Well, I mean, he's been playing for a long time, but he had just kind of decided that right now he's going to get back into the caster, and so I thought, hey, if we're both doing it, let's do the epic tale of Epic Magnus. So we're just going to play 10 games and then see who has the best record in the end. You know, probably we're both going to have losing records, but hey, you never know. So in his first two games, he got a win and a loss, so we'll see how I do. In this first one here, it's a 25-point game, and what I have is Alexia and the Risen. I have a Renegade, I have a Freebooter, eMagnus, and then a minimum size unit of the Nis Hunters, and also the Crow's Cutthroats. On the other side there, now this is one of the fun things where if you have the new War Room application, you can really test out any character you want. So he's actually going to be testing out Reznik because he always wanted to try it. And so he's actually going to be using Boom Howler as the model, but you know, hey, it's the right model size and he has all the right rules on his app, so whatever. He's also running the racks. He has Max Choir, he has a Vassal back there, and then for his jacks, he's going with Avatar, Crusader, and the Reckoner. And so yeah, that could be a lot of trouble because that's a lot of jacks, and you know, I can combine shot kind of into them maybe if he doesn't shut that down with his mercs, or sorry, his choir, which he probably will. So I mean, really what I'm going to try and plan to do here is just trying to bog him down, maybe kill one jack, pop my feet, kill the other, but then of course if he gives me a chance to go after the caster, I'll do that. The mission here is Gauntlet, so you're trying to get to the other zone twice, and there's also Kill Box, so you can't go hiding around the board edges or else you'll just lose. So my first turn, I'm really just casting mobility and moving up. Something I did stupid is I didn't allocate any focus to my jacks, so they couldn't run up. But you know what, that didn't turn out to be a bad thing anyway, because, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to put up the pressure right away. I'm going to need to try and whittle things down. And then also put a bullet dodger on myself, just so I wouldn't be getting Reckoner shots to the face. The Risen moved up, I made a Bane with Alexia, and then the Cutthroats are trying to race around while the Nis are just taking position in the forest. His turn one is just really a general advance. He does have the Ignite on the Crusader, and then he has something up on the Avatar too. I can't remember what spell it is, but really he's just kind of slowly moving up. And he's already had one of his racks explode on him. So on my turn, I make another one of the Banes. You can see they're off there on the left waiting to counter. I do a combined shot into the Reckoner that does a whole bunch of 0 damage to it, and then the Cutthroats go around and they're able to shoot down 2 of the Choir, so that's not too bad. His turn then, he's really just trying to get up into my face because he sees how I'm an attrition army, and so he's really just running right up into me. Actually, the Reckoner had actually charged, and then, you know, he gets that free shot from it too, but didn't do any damage to the Nis because great old defense 15, and then he's trying to make a wall with his Choir to help so I won't be getting to Reznik behind him. But I think this is a perfect situation now for me to pop my feet and start killing some stuff. So that's what I do. I make another Bane and it charges in along with the others into the Avatar. The one failed to charge, but you know, with the ones that got there, I did some okay damage with it. The Nis did their best to do some damage to the Reckoner, nothing too bad. Then eMagnus went in, did a pretty awesome attack with his armor-piercing attack, popped his feet, of course, so they can't come towards my board edge or the right one, and then with my hand knocked it down. I think I bought an attack too, just because I thought I might as well. Then the Freebooter charges in, and you know, it gets extra damage dice against anything that's knocked down, so it starts going up against the Reckoner, but I just can't really get the damage I needed. So I got to the smash and grab, grabbed it, threw it into the Crusader, knocked it down, no damage there, but then when I bought my attacks, I bought them all into the Crusader, did some damage there as well, but really all we have left here is I think the Reckoner has only its movement left, and I didn't knock out any systems from the other 2 jacks, so really the only thing I got going for me is that I killed all his Choir, and with my feet he can't really get to me this turn. So like we said, on his turn there's not much he can really do, so he scraps the freebooter. He kills the 3 Banes that are around him, and then he starts swinging, because it actually was within 2 inches of the avatar. That was kind of a mistake. I had just moved up there so that he would have to pay double for upkeeps. But yeah, so did some swings at her, and I had to sacrifice some of my little Bane guys, or my little, not Banes, little undead Risen, in order to keep her alive. And yeah, on my turn I better settle something now, or else I'm in big trouble. So on my turn, I try and pull out the Nis Hunters. One dies to a free strike when he rolls really high. Oh no, he didn't die from that. I had a Nis Hunter die because the thrown model actually crushed him. But anyway, he moved out, did the last damage I needed to the Reckoner to destroy it. Then I shot all the combine into Reznik from the Crow's Cutthroats, did some damage there. Then I shot the Renegade into the Crusader, which caught both it and Reznik, and knocked them down. One of the things I didn't realize before this is I thought the Renegade shot was just a knockdown. Didn't realize it was POW 16 as well, so that did some damage. And then just cast mobility, eMagnus charges in, and boom, it's a piece of cake to kill Reznik. So there you go, a win so far for eMagnus. I really love the way that he plays, and I mean, his feat is just so powerful for either going with the scenario or just setting up a double alpha strike. And just all this little mixture of units is just fun to use them all. So far, one in the books, but still got another one to go. So we're now on to the second game. This is now 50 points, and this is no longer 4-star Syndicate. This is now a Tier 4 Magnus Agenda. So what I have is I have 2 Manglers, which I get 1 point cheaper for each. I have my Renegade, then I have the Crow's Cutthroats, a unit of the Idrians with the UA, another small unit of Idrians, and then I also have the unit of Long Gunners from Signar. So I actually have units from 3 different factions in this, which is pretty cool. My tier list bonuses also gave me 2 more inches of deployment, and I also got a redeploy, so that after you put a lot of the stuff here on the left, because I was going first, I got to redeploy my Long Gunners to the left, so that helped me as well. On his side, he's playing Vayl. And the mission here, let's go through his list. He has a max unit, regular unit of Striders with UA. Then he has a Seraph, Typhon. He has Vayl, of course. Then he has a Scythian, the Ravagore. And then back for support staff, he has the Shredder. He has 2 Forsaken, Spell Martyr, and also a Shepherd. And this is the same. If you saw my practice for Love Machine, it's the same one. So you're trying to get first to 3 points, trying to control the far zone or the objective in the middle. And you can use that objective in the middle to do a big blast if you control it with your caster. And so really what I'm looking to do here is, unfortunately, my stealth that normally I could rely on isn't going to be so big. Same thing with my cover. And I have to worry about the stealth on his guys there on the left. So really I plan my Idrians just to run the hell up there, engage and kill them. They're the prey target, the Striders. My Long Gunners will take positions at the wall, shoot up whatever heavies he has into the side of the zone, and really I'm just going to try and swamp them as fast as I can, and then maybe try and pull off a scenario win with the center objective. So my first turn, I'm just really moving on up. Cast mobility. I actually remembered to allocate focus to all my jacks this time, but the one thing that actually kind of screwed me over, where I messed up, is that for some reason I didn't put Magnus on the starting line and I put him behind my jacks. And so whereas I need him to cast mobility first before the jacks move, that meant that he's farther back than I'd like. So that means that whereas I could have been using my feet sooner, I'll have to use it later. But you know what, either way, everybody's in their positions and ready to go. His turn, he puts Leash up on the Typhon and moves it up with Slipstream as well. When my Idrians moved up, I popped my little kind of mini feet thing, so I have cover and camouflage, so the shots from the Striders really did nothing. He also had a hard time shooting the other Idrians that didn't have that. And then from the kind of shots from the Typhon where it ignores cover, he was able to kill a couple, but not very much at all. Really where I did take losses was from the smaller Idrian unit, where they were bunched up far too much together. They took a Ravagore shot, and he was able to kill 4 of them. So there's 2 left, they passed their command test. But now on my turn, I'm really looking to really kick his butt and kill lots of things, because I know I'm within charge distance of the Scythian. I can shoot up the Typhon and hopefully kill off a lot of those Striders this turn. So basically what I get is 2 POW 19 shots into the Typhon from my long gunners, so that did pretty great. Then I did assault and battery with my Idrian unit, the big one, and so they shot the Typhon. I think that killed them already. No, it's still alive. I just did a lot of damage, and then they could do a charge into the Striders. And I mean, I need 7s to hit, but man, I almost hit that every time. I wiped out everyone except for one of them. The 2 little Idrians came over and they killed one of the Forsaken. My Crow's Cutthroats came over and they killed another one of the Forsaken. Failed to hit the Shredder, and not the Shredder, the Shepherd, and then actual Crow tried to shoot Vayl so that she couldn't cast any magic, but her defense is super high and I missed. The Mangler with 3 focus charged in, and with some missed attacks, that gave me some trouble, but I was still able to kill Typhon and do a fair amount of damage onto the Scythian, where really he just has almost 1 branch out, so he's about a third dead. But, you know, this was a really devastating turn for me. I had the other Mangler ready to counterattack whatever he does, and Magnus is just getting more into position now. So in his turn, this is going to be his feat, and really what happened here was that he just tried to engage my Idrians there. His Seraph went and I think killed a couple of them. He went and scrapped my Mangler that was up in the front, and then, yeah, I mean, it wasn't too much really, and then he just used his cat and mouse feat to move away, other than the one Spell Martyr that tried moving up to go and tie up my Renegade, which really wasn't going to be an issue anyway. And so now, with him being so far back, I'm looking to be in the perfect position for my feat, because I can go and lock down all of his heavies, tie everything up, and just start scoring points like crazy. So that's what I do. The long gunners have to move up. They all do a big combo fire into the Seraph, do tons of damage. Some of the Idrians have to kill that one last Strider. The other ones come out and do another combo into it. And between them, yeah, they were actually to kill the Seraph, so that was pretty lucky with some high rolls. Then this is where I kind of made some mistakes. I mean, the Renegade killed the Spell Martyr. Magnus came around, he had mobility up, and he popped his feet so that everything except for Vayl can't come towards my board edge or the right one. And then what I should have done is tied up the Ravagore, or use my Crow's Cutthroats to try and do a combine to shoot Vayl to make sure she can't cast magic, or just kind of like make a wall and tie things up. But instead, what I did was use the Mangler to kill the Scythian, and then ran my Crow Cutthroats into the zone. So I scored 2 control points this turn, but, you know, let's just get to why that's a bad thing. And yeah, so why that's a bad thing is because then the Ravagore was able to shoot me, he cranked damage pretty good, and then it was just a simple matter of Vayl coming over and casting some magic and finishing me off. And so I lost the game, and I couldn't believe it. You know, I'm a guy that if I lose, I take it well, right? But when I lose because I was an idiot, I just feel so stupid that I just, you know, I kind of dwell on it. It just like bothers me about how dumb I was. Because really, I just had this game in the bag. I found that I was in control of this game the entire time, and then all I had to do was to move the pieces to the right spots at the end to win, and I didn't, so I lost. So it was just, I couldn't believe I did that. I mean, even with eMagnus, he did not have to be as far up as he was. He could have been a little bit farther back and controlled that objective. And, I mean, it just would have been a simple matter to tie up the Ravagore or make up a line to block Vayl or whatever, but I just didn't do it. You know, why would I kill the Scythian? Because of my feat, the Scythian was doing nothing. Why did I have to get that second control point? It didn't matter. I was going to score on my turn, his turn, and then my turn again for the win. So I just really misplayed this at the very end, but you know what? These things happen. At least I feel very comfortable with this list. Wow, I love this tier, how fast it was to get across the board, how much damage it can do with shooting, and man, those Idrians, why the hell why do I not see this more in Menoth armies? That Idrian unit with the UA is fantastic. Between their mini feat and the way that they can use their order to either shoot and charge or shoot and run away, man, I love them. So I'm really looking forward to play more of this. So far I'm 1-1, just like my buddy. So we'll see where it goes from there. So thanks for watching. Bye.